welcome. Good morning, Mariluz. How are you today?
Good. I'm doing fantastic. Really happy to be here with you guys.
Great. Well, we're thrilled that you're here. You have such an amazing story and such an inspiration to people. So let's talk about the book first of all, Moving Up 2020, and what are you doing with it? You're featured in a book. What are you doing?
I have to say that I am beyond humbled to be here. I am beyond humbled to be talking to John Solider and Keith Hooper, two wonderful entrepreneurs that I admire. And for the simple fact that you admire us and you thought we should be in your book, I am beyond humbled. It's hilarious. I've been in the industry for the past 20 some years. And to grab a book like this and to learn from it, like it was the first day, it was really wonderful. It made me feel good. It made me feel that, sometimes women, especially women, we're so emotional. Sometimes, we think we're doing good, bad. We're going through that emotional roller coaster. And when I started reading these books and all these stories, I just related to every one of them. So it made me feel good because, I think I'm still learning, but at the same time as a leader, I think I can teach so much more to my team. So I really do appreciate it. I'm really, really grateful that you actually thought about us.
Great. Well, listen, it's well-deserved. And yeah, let me ask you this. You have a unique situation that some people in our industry have. I haven't had the opportunity yet. I'm hoping to down the road. But you get the opportunity every day to go to work with your offspring. So why don't you talk a little bit about what that relationship's like, and when you have to put your mom hat on and when you go back to upline, and how does that work, the dynamic? It's an interesting dynamic.
I absolutely love it. I love it. Look, John, my main job, my main hat, the one I love the most is being a mom. It's been my all-time favorite job in the whole wide world. And I think I've always had a great relationship with my three kids. And, being in this industry for so long by myself, because I loved it, I never thought that one of my kids would have the same passion I had. And, if you ask my family members, my husband, probably my mom and dad, they say that the one that, it looks more like me in so many terms is Giancarlo. Even though each one of them has a lot of my traits, but he is probably the one particular one that honestly, I never thought that he would love network marketing so much as I did. So when he turned around 18, I said, why don't you give it a shot? And I have to say that in all the companies that I've worked for, working with my son has made my business so much successful. I think that he has a bunch of virtues that I don't have that make my business better. I have things, of course, because of my years of experience that he can actually benefit from. And I love it. Like I said, I don't think my business would be this successful if I did not have him as a partner. And we get along just fine. Even when we disagree, we agree. It's like even every disagreement about the business makes our business better. Mm-hmm. So, we've always been buddies, but now, we're not only we are buddies, we're partners. It has made our relationship so much better, even though it was not bad before, but it's just so much better. We are buddies.
Wow, it's great. Of course, we occasionally get a chance to visit with, with yourself and your son, and it's fun to be around, and it's a great dynamic, and it's one that, so many families, especially in this day and time, because, these young people have so many skills with the internet,
yes,
and technology, and
yes,
so many things that, frankly, they become the teacher to us as opposed to, us to them as it used to be,
Well, working with people, over 40 or over 50, I've noticed that many of them have that challenge, how to stay up to date with technology, with social media, so many things and so many tools that we have to make our business grow. And I do feel privileged because the things that I know, it's because I have kids, because I have young kids and they're always up to date. It's like, Mom, no, you don't do it this way, you do it that way. And that's why I think having a son, having him in my team has enriched me. And once again, his youth and, these dudes being so alert and so up to date with all these wonderful things, this is something that I can actually give to my team as well. So yes, it's an asset to have our kids with us.
Great. And it's fun to watch. Now, let's go a little different direction. You are one of the people in the United States that's blessed to speak 2 languages.
3, as a matter of fact.
What's the third one?
Yeah, we're in the Portuguese now. So
Portuguese.
I have to say English and Spanish, I would say are the main 2. And Portuguese, I think we're in that 75%. Hopefully it will probably be my, 3 top languages all the way. But yeah, we're working on the Portuguese as well.
Wonderful. So how the meanings must be unique because you can go from one language to another and
literally with no problem.
so speak to that for a minute because I tell my own kids, my youngest daughter is studying German and French.
Oh wow.
My son is begrudgingly learning French here in Canada, doesn't want to, but it doesn't have a choice. Of course, my oldest daughter is bilingual and speaks some Spanish, English and French, and of course speaks a little Spanish as well. But speak to that for a minute to people who perhaps have young children. We have a lot of people who are in the book that are young, and are having kids, and some of them are having grandkids already. But how does that aid you in your business as opposed to those of us like yours truly that only speaks 1 language?
My goodness, it opens so many opportunities. Not only it opens opportunities for business, but for friendship, for loved ones. And yes, for example, in the industry that I'm at, which is a health industry, we love talking to people. We love helping. And to be able to not only, reach out to the Hispanic community, which it's so big in the United States, the fact that, we can go to the English market. And it's interesting. This is not only about language, John. This is about learning about the culture. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because we change hats every time we direct to those 2 different ones. For example, and I don't know if some will agree with me, but with the Hispanic community, I've noticed that people like to feel that, we love them, that we're interested in them, that, we understand them, that we are showing empathy. And then when we turn our English hats, it's about logic, it's about proof. So it's hilarious how we know how to target each one of them. And it's hilarious how Giancarlo and I prepare. Okay, we're going to talk to this one. What are you going to provide? No, I have to provide fact. I have to do this and I have to do that. I can't talk. So it's hilarious. It's not only about the language, because some people say, we just learn the language and that's it. No, it's learning even the culture, the community, and how to reach out. So it's really interesting. I think it has made us grow big time. I think that it doesn't matter in what circumstance we have. We know how to adapt well, because we know how to fit in. We know the interest of each one of them. We know their needs. So it just makes us grow. I think it makes us more open-minded, and it makes us more flexible in the way we think and we approach people.
Exactly. And it's a good reason for all these parents to make sure their kids learn at least one other language fluently.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Even with my young one, because I have 3 kids. I have a married daughter, she's 25. Giancarlo just turned 22, and we have Diego, who's 17. And I've noticed their growth, how open-minded they are to the things, surrounding them. And once again, my family has moved quite a bit, and I've noticed that it doesn't matter, every time we move, it is so easy for them to adapt. Something that is supposed to be so traumatic, which is moving, especially when it's with cultures, languages, and all kinds of things. Learning another language is very important. Like I said, if we could learn 5 languages or more, oh my goodness, I would be thrilled. Right now, that's why we're in our 3rd one. We thought that English, Spanish is not enough. That's why we're on our 3rd one. And as a family, we're learning Portuguese because we're really looking forward to reach out towards more people. So yes, learning another language is a plus. And it doesn't matter how old you are. When we thought about learning Portuguese, I know my kids will learn it, in a heartbeat. And then my husband and I, we were like, I think we're old. We're too old to learn another language. And no, it has been wonderful. It makes us feel good. It's almost like an antidepressant, if you want to call it that way, to put your brain in an exercise like this. And to know the possibilities that you have, no matter how old you are, it's just pretty darn awesome. So, for any of you who are thinking about learning another language, absolutely, you can totally do it. It's wonderful.
Great message. So let's talk about legacy for a minute, because I know, you just mentioned your 3 kids. You've got one that's already married. Now they're seeing mom in a book, maybe grandma down the road, right? I don't know if
you never know.
Yeah, you never know, right? What's the legacy like? When you look at that book and you say, hey, you know what, this is something, it's like Jim Rohn used to say, when we're gone, our library will be left. You know what I mean? Our stuff will be gone, all the other stuff, but the library is not going to go anywhere. It's a legacy. Now you're in a book. This is something that becomes a permanent thing.
My parents have left a legacy. They're still alive. And I am an entrepreneur because they were entrepreneurs, and I always loved that. I loved all the benefits and all the blessings that come from owning your own business, especially the whole fact of a family time. To me, that's like my top thing, right? And my parents had their own business for a long time. And that's where my brother and I, we learned to work hard, ever since we were young, but together as a family. We were working at our family's business. We were part of something, working as a team. Seeing my parents working hard helped me. And then here I am. I did mention, I think, in the book that, being in network marketing is something that I love because it actually allowed me to do what I love best. And it's been wonderful because in every stage of every network marketing company that I've been with, my kids have watched me work hard. My kids have watched me put them first. My kids have watched me work hard and get prizes. My kids have watched me, earn cars, and, being recognized in front of hundreds of people, and it's like they've celebrated every part of it. We've always been a team. They've watched me help people grow and be successful. And that's something that they love to do. So, my daughter, she's an entrepreneur. She's doing fantastic. She's not in the network marketing business, but she has her own business and she's being very successful and she loves it. And I know that most of it she learned ever since she's a little girl, ever since she was 3. Now I have Giancarlo and Diego. It's hilarious. Diego, he's on that way. He's this close to be 18 and he knows that that's what he's going to do. He's going to become a network marketer, just like mom and Giancarlo. And they love it, like I said, they are able to do things they love, but then again, being successful working from home, and being able to help so many people. So yes, there is a legacy. I'm doing something my parents did, and I see my family doing the same thing. Absolutely. Something that I've noticed is that this has helped them have a great self-esteem. Right. Working towards something, working hard and achieving it and feeling good afterwards. And it's like we say, what better job? This is not about being greedy and making money. This is about helping people. And while you're at it, you do make money. So it's still precious to us, to be able to do to others what we would like it to be done to us. But meanwhile, we're getting paid. Why not? We're having a really good time. So yes, I do hope. I've seen this being a legacy, and I see them passing it along to their kids as well.
Okay. So let's talk about the future. What's the future look like? Next 10, 15, 20 years. What's going to happen?
It looks pretty awesome. We're working hard. We have big time goals. Right now, we have a pretty good rank within our company, but we could do so much more. And my goal is that eventually my husband doesn't have to work. He has a great job, and he loves he loves what he's doing right now. And honestly, I'm not sure if I'll be able to drag him out of what he does because he just loves it. But our goal is really, we love to do volunteer work, John. We absolutely love it. So I would like my business to be in a point where my husband doesn't have to work. And if we have to do, if we could go, for example, to Brazil for a whole month, maybe to do volunteer work over there, why not? You know, I want to have that kind of business where I can say, just leave everything behind. You know, our bills are paid. We can just go for a month or two and serve and help. And it's okay because we have a business running. And my husband doesn't have to worry about going back or asking for vacation days. That's my goal. Giancarlo has big time goals. You know, pretty soon I'm going to have an empty nest here. But I'm really looking forward, you know, for him to continue to grow and Diego as well. But Edward and I to retire early. You know, we're not going to stop working, I don't think, because we love what we do. But at the same time, you know, to have that freedom to do this kind of volunteer work, you know, around the world without worrying about, you know, what's going to happen next. That's my goal. So yes, you know, we are growing, we have goals, and we're committed. You know, we're working hard towards that goal. But yeah, that's how I see, you know, maybe in less than 5 years.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, great. And I know you're going to do all that. You're certainly on the right path. And with your energy and your charisma, I have no doubt you're going to get there. So
Thank you, buddy.
great. Thank you.